Good morning. How's everybody doing? Hey, Raj. Hey, Jay, what's up? You guys back in work mode? Take a quick look and see what's going on here. Overnight inventory is short. The majority of the trading is underneath yesterday's high close. We high closed it yesterday. Hey, Moran, right? And let's see if we can get up and correct up to the close off the open. We just did a little, I took a little short off of VWAP just for a couple of points, just here. And now it's rebounded and we're back above VWAP. We've got sellers. Oh, I'd say we've got 82 half, 83 sellers, and then we're going to have sellers up here at 86. So, 86 and 3/4, and then here and here. So let's see if we can correct inventory all the way. If not, we'll get a move back down. If we get that move back down, just look for this kind of jerky back and forth trading action. Uh, I think longer term, we were looking at the weeklies, and 7601 is that level. We got to crack that and then start taking out these two highs. Otherwise, we're a little stuck in this range, and I think we'll just go back and forth like this. Right? Unless we catch a bid. Sometimes when a market goes sideways, you know, if a market goes sideways, it'll bring in buyers. But let's see. I mean, people are really going to need a reason to step in and start bidding. And a lot of people are still on vacation. So, I looked at a couple of these deals like Apple. Wow. What a look below and fail of 280. Geez, all the way right back up to 313. Very interesting. Right. All these deals, everybody just thought they were done. They seem to find a bid. Amazon one time framing higher on the daily. BlackRock sideways. How's McDonald's? Yeah. Look below and fail of 268 would have been a nice trade on McDonald's. Palantir I haven't looked at in a while. Sideways on the old weekly. I'll have to run through some of these. I think Microsoft is kind of sucking wind right now. Right? Let's see if it can get back up over 398. Half-hour chart um, on ES for those of you who don't trade TPO. You're going to have sellers here at the top of these candles and here. So you'd want to mark those off. So 75.82, 75.87 quarter, there's going to be sellers. That's where you're going to encounter resistance. On the way back up, we are in distribution in ES, right? You can see the position's pretty much here. They're selling it. That's why that look below and fail of 75.66 was a nice trade all the way back up. into the 80s. Alrighty, let's see what kind of trades we can put together today. Hey Ronan, what's going on? So we will open somewhere around here. Let's see. We're going to open inside yesterday's range. We're going to open inside yesterday's what? Cost basis, right? So we open inside range and cost basis. What can you expect? Just like there's no change from yesterday to today, you'll expect choppy back and forth trading. Okay? So if you know it's going to be choppy and back and forth, yeah, you're not going to be looking for some crazy huge run, right? Unless it breaks out. There you go. It's like those guys, in the 1980s, in range bound trading today, the Dow Jones, that kind of stuff, right? Upper and lower stops. When's the next execution lap? It'll be Wednesday. I'll do it tomorrow, Jay. Great question there, TBD. Does that make sense? You'll be taking more trades than usual depending on your business plan, right? Smaller accounts, and remember, try and stick to the edge. Yeah, just kind of be loose about it, It's summertime trading. We should try and lower our stress level, right? Everybody's barbecuing, we're stressed out. No, we should lower the stress level. You could see that there are sellers. There's sellers at 83. And there were sellers in that 81 area for a while. You know, so nobody's really in a rush to buy it here. A lot of people got trapped to the short side yesterday. That was pretty evident. A lot of people got trapped. I'd say a lot of people got trapped under 75.66 because when we dipped under there a few hours ago, they came in like gangbusters to buy it. Yeah. And guys, give yourselves a break on this being wrong, right? What we're trying to do is we're trying to use when the trades don't work, to help us course correct and fine tune our trading. You're supposed to use your stops to kind of fine tune your trading. In order to do that, you've got to be okay with being wrong and admitting you're wrong quickly, right? Try not to obsess about getting stopped out. Take that energy and put it into, okay, we're going to break down what went wrong. Was I too early? Right? Did I misjudge the order flow? Did I misjudge the inventory? Or was the timing just off? You know, the trade worked 2 minutes later, I was early, right? Or there was too much inventory overhead. We've got some inventory. If we're going to open, say, here at 79, there is inventory above us. You know, there are people who are looking for that, and they're trapped here at 82, and we're trading at 79. So just the way I'm programmed, I'm always looking for a little lower. Let's see if we get it. Right now, it's going back and forth over VWAP. This is sort of the algo rock'em sock'em robots. You don't want to get involved in that. Stay out of that. Wait till the market shows you a bid or shows you an offer. Then you can take a trade, right? When the market's not showing you anything, you know, the market needs to show you a reason to do business. Huh? You guys ever think about it like that? Probably not. The market needs to show you a reason to do business. You're thinking about trading NQ? Are you any good at it? Sorry, if you're good at it, go ahead. If you're good at it, go ahead. Like they say in Long Island, go ahead. Right? But if you're not any good at it, that's not a reason to switch markets. Sorry, man. Right? I hate to be a jerk, but I mean, I'm not good at it because I don't trade it. I don't like trading it, so I stay away from it. It's too thin. Right? If you're a proficient NQ trader, happy trails. But if you're not, don't go walking into there just because you're bored. Right? If you know how to trade a thin book, go right ahead. But I caution people. If you don't have a level of skill in ES, don't go walking. That's like going from riding the mechanical bull to riding the real bull, right? It's not going to be pretty. And excuse my language, you'll just get the shit kicked out of you. But if you know what you're doing and you know how to trade those two markets, then you can decide, okay, I see opportunity here. I'm going to go trade that. That's perfectly cool, right? Hey, Keith, how you doing? Oh, yeah, hang on. We got a minute before. What is leather jacket guy doing with NVIDIA? It's stuck under 196. Not bad. I'd be a buyer, say, here in the 180s on NVIDIA on a look below and fail. I'll put some charts out. If don't let me poo-poo trading NQ, right? I only poo-poo trading NQ for people who don't know how to trade, right? But if you know what you're doing and you got the account, you got the size, you have the ability to manage a thin market, you're fast. In NQ, you got to be fast or rich, right? Because you can't be poor and slow, right? You can't trade NQ if you're poor and you're slow, because that's just asking for just to get your ass kicked, right? Off we go. Let's see where the bids are. Inventory is short. Look at that. Holy crap. So they did not show their hand on the buy side, on the bid side until the open. Interesting. So if we stay above 83, that target at 86, we're going to have to take that out. Let's see what happens when the next candle opens. So that was that just one large buy order that came in on that 1 minute candle, a group of buy orders, and the algos just yanked the offer, right? Just yanked it. There's a seller at 84. There we go. Once we clear the 84s, you can go long again. But make sure you have your sell orders out, right? I told you 84 long, selling the 85s. Thank you, right? I have no qualms about selling everything I got for a point and a half, right? 84 longs, got a couple of left at 86, got a couple of left at 87, right? And I'm selling. I'm selling. You want them, you got them. They're all yours. Take them. Flat. Remember, inventory is short, right? I'm not married to this inventory, right? So that wasn't bad. I did about 6 or 7 contracts, and it worked out pretty nice. I just put in limit orders, and they got hit, and then I grabbed a couple offers. You've seen how I trade, so I'm pretty quick, right? I know where the buttons are, right? The biggest thing with this thing is to familiarize yourself with the software and know where you're clicking so you can do it without really looking at the DOM, right? So you can concentrate on this and then put your DOM next to it if you have to, right? Now we've got a seller. Now, if on the next candle opens, if we can't get back up over VWAP, we'll be looking for 72 on the downside, okay? So here's the next candle, right? So you're shorting the 78s, right? Go put a bid in at 76 and a half and see if you can get tickled. And I am filled. I was short 78 and a half to 76 and a half just on one contract, right? Just on one. Because I saw a bid there. And I was only short one. Had I been short a few more, yeah. Had I been short a few more, I would have scaled them out. But when they took my offer up there, they only took one contract off of me. So, oh well, take what you can get, right? Take what you can get and give nothing back. That's our motto. Now, I don't know about this look below and fail of 72, but the market does. Let's see where the seller is now, right? You know that there is going to be a seller somewhere. And there they are. Oh, okay. I did not take the look below and fail of 72 half. I always get involved in that trade too late or too early and then don't get out of it, then get stopped out, then it ends up working. It's a drama. So instead of that, I'll just try, maybe I'll look for a 67, right? That's okay, Jay. Don't worry. Now we'll look for 67. There's clearly a seller under 72 half. So there's no reason for us to go long until that seller is cleaned out or that group of sellers are cleaned out. Yeah, you're starting to get it now, Milo. You're starting to see, right? You're starting to see the bottom of those candles was where you'll put your bids. Now watch. See, there's still a seller at 72 half. If you were to buy one, say you go and buy seven. Oh, you dirty rotten. I went to buy 74 and it just jumped away from me. Totally jumped away from me. Wow. That's weird. What a weird market. That was a quick move. But it tells you that there's a buyer down there, right? So if we clear the 76s, the train's going to go back to VWAP. Is it? The only time I look at the VIX is when you guys talk about it. So if you're long still 73, 74, 75, you should have your offers already. If not, you snoozed, you lose. Now, hopefully for you, if you're still long, it holds 74 and picks up a couple of orders off the offer. Let's see. Come on, take them. There's that seller at 76 again. You need to clear that 76 to move it up again. There we go. Come on. Nope, nope. They're still there. Still there. When you buy them on the run, sell them on the run, right? There you go. You should be offered. You should be offered if you're long. If you're long and you're not offered, you're not trading fast enough and the market's too fast for you. So there you go. If you're missing trades, it means the market's too fast and jumpy for you. That's okay. That's okay. There you go. Nicely done, TBD. All right. Oh, you got holiday brain, Pollux. That's all. Take a break, have a coffee. Your timing's not right. You're stepping on the girl's toes if you were a dancer. Take a break, go have a coffee, and attack it again later. So TBD can trade NASDAQ, right? There you go. Nicely done. Well done. How do you see inventory? Time and volume, Keith. Time and volume. If you spend time above a level, you're basically selling people product. And when you take out these lows, anybody who bought will dump. There you go. Nicely done. Well done. Okay, another look below and fail of 72. I'm not in because I was looking at the wrong screen. Right? Okie dokie. Okay, we got a seller up there. Now, what's next? Call me crazy, but I'm looking for 67. You know what would be a nice trade? A look below and fail of the overnight low. That would be a nice trade. We're just rush, just back and forth, you know. Business is the same as yesterday. Not much to report. Oh, look at that. That annoying 72 bid. Gee whiz. No, all I use, hey, Marcos, all I use is a 1 minute candle chart. I'll use this. This is like a map of the city, right? Over here. And then if I want to do business here, I'll go and zoom in over here. That's all I use. That's all you need. That's all you need. You don't need anything else. If you give me a 1 minute candle chart and the ability to pay attention and draw a straight line, that's all you need to trade. In fact, you could just trade off of this. You don't really need anything else. Tells you where the bid is. It tells you where the offers are. Tells you where they're going to sell into it. You know, it's so simple. You know, TPO is good, Keith. The thing about TPO is there's a lot of TPO information out of the TPO information that actually exists. Only about 10% of it is really useful, actionable, right? I spent years going down the TPO, you know, rabbit hole, and I like, yeah, Marcos. I'm an old man, right? I'm kind of like, I'm from the Jurassic period where we still used we would write on trades on paper tickets and call market makers to put in orders. So I'm an old fart. We didn't have charts. I mean, charting only got really good after Windows 95. If you're long, sell into this, right? You'll be blown away how much these candle charts will show you. It is informational, Keith. TPO. The only problem with TPO, sometimes there's too much information. It's like the guy at work where you ask him for the morning update and he tells you the weather and he tells you the barometric pressure, but he doesn't give you like, and in that half an hour spiel is the morning update, which only takes 2 minutes. So TPO, all you need to know is pour high, pour low, single prints, and where the inventory is. That's all you need. You don't need anything else. Inventory now, my friend, yeah, hey, Milo, yeah, is right here, right? So we're taking that 75 product and we're going to try and sell it above VWAP. This is where you load the donkey cart. This is you go to the market and then you try and get rid of it up there. Yeah, well, the thing is, Marcos, order flow trading is a marketing thing. Every trader is an order flow traders. Order flow is a marketing term. Just like trading psychology and turbocharged cars were in the 1980s. In the 1980s, the most catchy word was turbo because they had turbocharged cars. So you had turbo t-shirts and turbo cologne and turbo runners Everything had turbo on it. I have a turbo hairdryer. We could start selling order flow cookies and people would buy them because people will buy anything. Order flow is just a marketing term. Delta and bookmap and all of that stuff, that is about as useless as tits on a bull. Pardon my language. You can tell now that the product's underneath 78 and they're raising price to get rid of it. There's sellers at 80, so they're pushing price down. Right? We got a seller at 80. You don't need bookmap to know that. Any moron can see that the top of those two candles line up. Sorry, I shouldn't use that word. Sorry. So once you clear those sellers, the next sellers will be up just under 82. And then here, the top of the candles are where the sellers initiate. How do I know that? Because I was a seller for 30 years. All I've done my whole life is sell size into US capital markets. Right? So if you know that there's a seller at 80, how do you use that? If you're long 76, sell 80. Sell 79. Don't be an idiot. Right? What we need to do is take that inventory and get rid of it. As quickly as possible, turn it into cash. Now, a lot of you will well, I want to hold a trade for 30 points. You don't have a market to hold a trade for 30 points right now. So why not make $1,500, $500, $2,000 instead of hoping to make 30 grand and never doing it? Everything we do at Trading Syndicate is practical. It's got to be practical, man. If it's not practical, then it's not worth doing if it's not practical. It's got to put money in the account, right? You got to put gas in the tank. Theories and everything are great, but are you actually making money? If you're not, it's okay. We can help you. Nobody makes money at first doing this because 90% of the information out there is all BS on how to trade, right? No, you look at this. Marcos, look at this. You see this? That's all we're looking at. If you're watching my YouTube, right, you can tell that there's sellers in the market. Right? There's a seller at VWAP. Now, when this next market opens, right, the next candle, look, there's a seller at 77.25. So if you're short and the market starts offering 78, you should think about covering because the sellers see buyers and they're raising price. But if the sellers see buyers are walking away, they'll lower price. This is all, of course, automated. But the top of the candle exists for a reason. You don't need to care if it's a wick or a twick or a bwick. Top of the candle, bottom of the candle is where they stop selling. So right now they initiate here, they stop here. So if you were a short seller, I'd put a bid at 72.75 and see if you could get a fill. If not, then you go grab the offer. Look. Now the next area they're going to sell into it is 80.25. You don't need anything else other than this. See how simple it is? So had you bought 74.75, sell 78.79 because you know there's a seller at 80. Now, if enough people short under 78, it'll pop those 80s and go right to 83.5. Watch. Because if enough people short it under 78 and they can't get supply, they'll all go to buy it at the same time. Nope, sellers are competing. There you go. The top of the candle is the simplest thing. They initiate and compete at the top of the candle. So me, Milo, Jam, and TBD and Jay, we're all selling at the top. Then when we get to that bottom of the candle, we see a bunch of buyers lined up under 73. So we'll start raising price. And back and forth and back and forth and back and forth until enough people line up that we can lift price and they'll follow and chase. Now you can see the seller moved from 80.75 to 78.75. So say you're short VWAP, right? Say you're short at 78, stop 79, right? Go put in a bid at 75. Take 3 points. That's $150 on one mini. Boom, there's 3 points. 3 points, 3 contracts, you're making money. Your hair's not falling out in the sink. You're not getting an ulcer. You know where to sell, you know where to buy it back. You know where to buy it, you know where to sell it. Simple, simple, very simple, easy business. The bid's there at 74, and they'll take it, and let's see if that seller moves down from 78 to 77 quarter. Hey, Lear, how you doing? Hope you had a good 4th, brother. So there, that's all you need to know. There's no book map, there's no nose print, there's no fingerprint, there's no delta, schmelta, gefelta, none of that, right? Look how simple it is. The only thing you need to do is to be able to pay attention and draw a straight line, right? If you can do those 2 things and focus and concentrate, there you go. That's all you need to do. So as the candles get smaller, it means business is getting slower. Oh. Yeah, no need to chase, Jay. Maybe look for another look below and fail of 72. Or if we get really lucky, a good deal would be down here at 67. You know, a look below and fail of 67, that'd be a nice deal. 67 to 71, I'd take that. That'd be beautiful. Here we go. I don't know it's congested. Now it's breaking. Don't try and overthink like congested and all that, because you don't know, right? You're not a pulmonologist, so you're not looking for chest congestion. Just take all that stuff and throw it away. There's a look below and fail of 72.5. You know what I mean? Concentrate on the candles. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm not trying to make fun of you, but just trying to keep it simple, right? Don't try and put your analysis on what you see because you don't know. I don't know if it's congested, neither do you. All I know that there's a bid at 72 for now, right? Just keep it simple, right? You'll hear all these weird things like unfinished business, which makes me think that you need some prune juice because you need to go to the bathroom. There's no such thing as unfinished business, right? Then they'll say that they're doing this to the bed, they're doing that. And the people have come up with all of these terms that they'll never actually use on a trade desk because they don't exist. There's a bunch of retail trading terms that don't actually exist in the real world of institutional trading. So just keep focus on the candles, right? What's going on is the sellers have to put it on sale. They're going to lower price. How do you decide to wait? Well, Pollux, that's why you need to stick to the same trade and do it 1,000 times. Because what you need, my friend, is you need to understand the subtleties of the trade. Now, you probably haven't, but go look at the room at about 2 o'clock in the morning. Go look at the room at 2 o'clock in the morning. One of the guys asks a question about his trades, and I outline that there are 4 different look below and fails. Let me see if I can bring that up. It's around here somewhere. Oh yeah, here it is. It's funny that you asked this question because we just spoke about it this morning. Click on that. No look below and fail of 67. So now I want a better deal. Let's go 56, right? Or maybe it comes back up over it. That's a good question. Now, here's the thing. Should I wait for the next candle? I might have to pay more or I might lose the trade. I like to wait for the next candle. Sometimes I will miss that trade, but I'll pay a little bit more, a little higher for confirmation that the sellers are done. See here, if I had raced and bought 69, I'd be getting stopped out now. So if this candle holds 67, see, I almost bought 69 and got stopped out. And then this candle would have definitely taken me out, right? That's where you wait for the candle. Now, why? Because inventory is really kind of above us, isn't it, Pollux? Now, you're an ex-market maker. Now, put on your inventory hat. Where's the inventory, brother? The whole overnight session is above us, right? Yesterday's value area or cost basis is above us. So we might have a little bit of selling pressure, right? Yeah, there we go. Now let's see if we can do a look below and fail of that overnight low. That might be a nice trade, right? Or even yesterday's low. That's even a better discount. Oh, I like that. Now this is where I used to always get sucked in. I would see a little stability and I'd go and buy it. But I've learned to wait until it clears out the sellers at 67. You know what I mean? See, right now they're front running that overnight low, right? Boom, 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 boom. They're the bids. You can see those bids. How you can tell? Because the bottom of that candle can't get to the overnight low. This is full of bids. If those buyers see large sellers, they'll drop their bids and you'll get this happen. Watch. Front running too early. This is where a lot of traders will go long and put their stop here, then get stopped out, then the trade will work. Now, it might hold here and just rip. It might do that. If we clear 68, it could do that. So that's the alternative scenario, right? It's not ideal, and you got to be quick. But there is a seller at 67, and there's bids just under 65. Right? I need you to show me. Show me a reason to do business. Right now, you're screwing with my head. You're playing with my feelings by not taking out that overnight low. Right? There we go. One tick. Come on. A little bit more. Oh, you tease. They one ticked it. See? There's the break. Now let's see if that brings in buyers or sellers. So if you're buying the overnight low, right? If you're buying 63, 64, go throw your sell orders out because you're going to be out at 65 like I am. Right? I got one left at 64 and a half and I'm out at 66. I'm flat. Look below and fail. I know there's going to be sellers at 66, 67, right? That's the trade. I told you guys about that trade. Wait for the trade, then you take it. Now, this is a trade I've screwed up 1,000 times before I got it right. Now it's going to sell off again. Let it. Look for 58, 56. Yeah, I'm looking at that 75.50, Leslie. If ES breaks 75.50, then we could come print the 22s, I think. But right now we're still catching a bid on that overnight low, right? So if you are buying the overnight low again, make sure you have your sell orders out. So I'm long 5 at 65.5. I'm selling 67.25. I'm selling 66. And I got a couple of contracts left and I'm flat. There's no reason for me to hang around in the trade. Just get in, get out, right? Now B period opens. Let's see if B period holds that overnight low. We've got a seller at 67, right? Let's see if we can move that point of control down here. That would be nice. That would be really nice. Build a little position here and then go sell it over 70, 72. That'd be a nice little trade. I'm not in this right now because I'd like to see a little bit more selling. That would be nice. You can learn it. As long as you're not too stubborn, Marcos. Why don't you try it out for a month? It's like 40, 50 bucks, right? Try it for a month, right? If you don't see any progress in your thinking, right? But give us a month and talk to me when you sign up to be in the room, send me a message. You know, say, "Hey, JJ, I need some help." Hell, I'll even hop on a call with you, right? So tell me what you're looking for. This method that I teach isn't really a method. It's just I'm teaching you the business. Once you understand the business, the method is just natural. You sent me a message? To where? On X, on Discord? I'm going to go check my X. I didn't get it. I just went into my X and I don't have any messages. What the hell? I'm not vwaptrader1. That's probably one. That's probably it's one, right? Or just send me an email, right? Just vwaptrader1 at Gmail. There you go. No problem. Sorry about that. Yeah, I don't know the messaging on this thing. And what's next here? Let them find the bid. Just relax now. Remember, all the inventory is above us for the last, say, 36 hours, right? Sorry, I should have 4 of these, right? So what I'm keeping track of is just cost basis, right? We're in the discount zone. It's been a good trading day so far. Now the trick is not to give away what you've made. That's now the trick. Actually, it's the business. Let's see if we can move that point of control down. Oh, hang on, guys. So I think if we can pop that 68 top, we'll take this inventory here and we'll probably sell it right here underneath VWAP. Ah, there's the point of control. Let's move down. Still chopping back and forth, right? Still chopping back and forth. Watch that overnight low. If you want to get long, make sure you test out the 64s, right? So if you bought the 62s or the 63s, sell some at 64. Always cash up. Always try and cash up. You see how they sold into the middle? Why did I do that? Because I saw that you got a box here, right? This is the middle of it. If they're bid 62, 63, they'll be on the offer at 64, right? Right now, Italian trader, I'd wait, right? I'd wait for a look below and fail here of 56. Or if it gets back up over 62, you can go 62 long to 64, 65 if it holds 62, right? Because you're just working that box. Right? As long as it holds that 60, if it blows 60 out, then you got to bail, right? Wait till it clears 61, 62. Take your time. You don't have to take a trade right now, right? The market's working out this low. Let it do it. Right? You're way better going long over 68 up to 75. Know what I mean? Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah, you just sometimes you want to let the institutional guys do their thing, right? And then once they have that position secured, then you can go long with them. I hate being the one to try and find the low, right? I don't want to be the one trying to find the low. I'll let somebody else spend that money, you know? Here we go. Remember I was talking 56? We're waiting for 56. Come under 56. Looking for that look below and fail at 56. That would be perfect. And where would you look to sell? Well, definitely 61 and then 64, right? Let this candle develop a little bit. Watch the offer. There's going to be a seller at 59 and a half because there's a standard deviation there. So it'll chop around. And if it really, really, really needs a buyer, if the buyer really needs supply, we'll blast through 59. Let it chop around here, prove itself to you. It's still not, the offer is holding, but just let them work this out. You can wait till the next candle. I would, right? A lot of people think they're going to miss out if they wait for the next candle, right? What you're hoping for now is people who are coming in and front running that previous day low. That'll give you the look below and fail. Yeah, the deviations are off VWAP, Tim. Exactly. Standard deviations are just places where institutions will trade, right? So there's the previous day low. This buying that you see here is the front running of that previous day low. If there is enough of it, then you'll get a look below and fail of 56 in the next maybe minute or two. If there isn't, we'll come and we'll take out these levels here. Right? There's the previous day low. We might get another look below and fail of the previous day low, just like we did at the overnight low. See, that's all front running. So there's a lot of, if you were short, that's great because the candles were getting, the highs were getting lower and lower, right? I should have been calling out that short, but I wasn't. Right? A little bit too much look below and fail orientated. There's that size you need. There you go. Right? But there's a seller. Now you know where the seller is. No reason to go along until you clear, I'd say 58, 59, up to 61, 62, and then the next trip up to 64. The footprint creator says trading with candles is like trading blind. Who's the footprint creator? Is there like a Moses of the footprint chart? Or is it somebody claiming he created the footprint chart? Is this like the guy who said he was kidnapped by aliens or he was kidnapped by market makers and forced to ride an algo? Is that the same thing? Market delta is not a person. Let my candles go. I'm sorry. Is there like a name? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I should be serious. I'm just joking around, right? So if I don't know who Market Delta is. Is his name like Johnny or Johnny Footprint? Jimmy Footprint? I don't know. I've been around for 34 years, so how did people trade before candles? Because if this guy just came up with footprint charts in the last 20 years, how the hell did people trade without candles or without footprint? Like in 1912, there were no footprint charts. How did you trade without that? Everybody was blind. I don't know. So we came back to the cost basis of a couple of days ago. Don't touch it until it clears the previous day low. The creators. Oh, okay. They have a YouTube course? Oh, I'm sure they have a course. Oh, it's adorable. Thank you, Lisa. I needed to laugh. Much appreciated. No, you don't need a footprint chart or a nose print chart or a fingerprint chart to trade, right? You can tell where the bids and offers are just from 1 minute candles, right? You could see that there was a seller at 57 or 56 half, and then the seller dropped from there down to there. I mean, it's really not rocket science. A golden retriever could understand it, right? The sellers are here now, right? So it's just, you don't let people fool you into thinking that you have to do stuff, right? You don't believe all the marketing hype. People have been trading for thousands of years, right? Yeah, and of course they tell you need their product, right? There have been, my friends, snake oil salesmen since the beginning of time. You just don't give them your money, okay? I'm on here for free twice a day. I mean, you can join our room if you wish. You can do one-on-one mentoring if you wish, but you don't have to. You can take your time and learn, you know, and learn from someone who's actually created charts, right? What were people selling at my time? Stock. I was too busy selling billions and billions and billions of shares of stock. The DOM, the DOM is wonderful for a sex dungeon, Lisa, but it is not really. I use it to put orders in, but you don't trade off the DOM. This is all you need right here, right? I have been manipulating the DOM my whole life to make you guys think you see what you want to see. The DOM are unfilled orders, and you can make that look like anything, right? Don't get sucked into all of this stuff. Right now, you know that there's a seller at 75.51. Right? Exactly, William. And that's exactly what I used to do. So if I wanted you to think that the market was going down, I would be offered 1 million shares and I'd push you into my bids. If I needed to sell stock, I'd bid for 1 million shares and I'd be selling you all my stock on the way up. So if you're long, say 50, 51, I'm selling the 53s, right? All you need to do is just pay attention and I'll be out of this trade, right? Oh, it's going nice. I actually had a few left. Beautiful. How nice. I got 3 left at 54. Oh, no, no. Yeah, there we go. There we go. There we go. And I'm flat. Thank you. So, yeah, you don't need any of that stuff, right? I just traded that using the candles. You don't need any of that stuff. Don't get fooled into all this stuff, my friends, right? What is the JJ? I'm sorry, I don't understand that one. So we'll kind of go sideways here and clean up all that inventory under yesterday's low. When we run out of inventory, the market will move up over 58. That's really all there is to it, you know? It's a very simple business. This chart is just a sales chart or a distribution chart. No, JJ is not for J period. One of my first bosses gave me the nickname JJ. How do I get all those lines? One, I have 400 videos on how you do it. Very simple. You go and you look for a cost basis. Like here, let me go show you. So for example, here you would have a cost basis. And then you just double it to the downside and double it to the upside to know your profit zone and your discount zone. No, my trading style is cheap, Lisa. I'm from the Jurassic period of trading. So I like uh, my biggest thing is how can I make the most money with spending the least? And that's what I teach people, right? I want to teach you how to make some money without having a heart attack, without having to spend thousands of dollars for useless software. I'm on YouTube twice a day, 2 in the morning, 9 o'clock in the morning, New York time. And we do have a trading room, which you're welcome to come check out, but it's not mandatory. And I also do one-on-one mentoring for life. But, you know, my goal is to teach regular people how to make a buck. Simple. I like simple because you'll notice people who have like 4-page trade plans never make money, right? Anywho, I had this boss. This guy could sell ice to an Eskimo. He was hilarious. One of the best salesmen I ever met. And he gave me the nickname JJ. Tell you more about what? About selling? He was the gentleman who taught me the most important lesson I've ever learned in the stock market. And the most important lesson he taught me is that you never pay for stock. You never buy stock. Why buy it when they give it to you for free? Pretty simple. That was a life-changing moment. And since 1994, I have never paid for stock in my life. Unless I was covering a short. Let's see, where are we on the chart here? Lisa, 75.50 broke if you're still around. I know you were looking for lower. There it is. Yeah, you see what's going on now. All that inventory, all of this stuff here, that's like that after holiday inventory. This is all indigestion. It's all puking out. So look for 41, then look for the 25s, and then 75.11 is your downside target. Remember when we looked at the weekly? That 76.01 was a good short, eh? That was a good short. Because our high today was 2.5. 76.01. You see, we knew there was going to be sellers. They're there for 3 days in a row. Boom, boom, boom. So, you're shorting that. Now, where you'd cover, I don't know. You'd have to go check the middle of the zone. But remember I said that we're going to just do this. But that's a nice range. That's a nice big couple of 100 points. You can bat this thing back and forth, right? Got to pay for all that 4th of July jet fuel, right? Do I set a yearly target in my trading? No. I basically have like a monthly target. I try and make so much a month to cover my bills and expenses and have a little bit extra. Oh, you're worried about overtrading? I got the solution for that. I've got a solution for overtrading that works perfectly. And you only need to do it once. You'll never overtrade again. Guys in the room, you know what it is, right? It's the hammer. Put your hand on the desk, take a hammer, and whack your hand with the hammer. You'll never overtrade again. Hey, listen, people don't learn the easy way, right? I still have a corded phone, but I don't have anybody to throw it at anymore, Lear. I miss having somebody to throw a phone at their head. I'm just kidding. No, honestly, give your left hand a good whack with a hammer every time you overtrade. You'll only do it once. People only learn through pain. It works. Any other questions? Everybody's still in the Hamptons, it looks like. I'll be looking for, I did this zone up. I'm going to show you guys. See how we had that 76.04 seller? I'll be looking for 75.22 on the downside. I want to see how good these zones are. This is just something I whipped up while I was bored over the holidays. Sideways action for now. Alrighty, folks. Thank you for being with me. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Be safe out there, right? Don't take candy from strange market makers. Okay, don't take crazy trades. Wait for your setup. If you don't see a setup, send me a message. We'll help you find a setup. Okay? See, when I started this, I didn't even know what a trade setup was. People would say, "What's your favorite setup?" I'd say the FBI agent posing as a fund manager. That's my favorite setup, right? The fake fund manager, that's like the most popular one, right? Thanks, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Come visit us at tradingsyndicate.org. I'm vwaptrader1 on X. Have a great day. Reach out if you need me. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Bye for now.